When you first place your foot upon that narrow path, which leads to initiation of your own free will, you challenge fate and demand from the gods the priceless gift of discipline. This discipline must not only make you a kind person, but also a wise person, a powerful person, but above all, a person who has been tested in every way for human weakness and has thus conquered, not by suppression, but by transmutation. With all said and done, the point of view that the occult student takes upon the probationary path must differ from that of the average person in the world. It is not others' attitudes toward you, but rather your attitude toward the world which determines your progress. You must prove that you are free from the dangers of hatred. You may feel hurt, you may feel upset, you may feel injustice, but you must accept these without hatred. As difficult as it may seem, your enemies are your best teachers, since they offer the tests which alone can assure your spiritual unfoldment. This does not mean that when someone becomes an initiate, they will be free from all human weakness. But it does mean you have shown powers of stability, perseverance, and compassion, and a desire for service to the world. It's not that you must attain full control over your lower nature, but a measure of control. You must meet disappointment and betrayal, actual or seeming, with a sense of self-control. Therefore, it matters not if we seem unjustly treated. It matters only whether we be just to others. It is often difficult to remember this when suffering the indignities of persecution. Look upon these hardships as opportunities and not penalties. In the end, the Akashic records show the truth, and you will be judged accurately to the last tiny act. When a pupil has definitely sought the probationary path and turned their face to the goal of divinity, when they have proved their eagerness and dedication, they are allowed to draw upon the Master's forces for inspiration, strength, and encouragement. But when the hour of test comes, the Master withdraws their aid so that the inner strength of the Chela can be proven. Each time you break through the mist of illusion thrown upon you, the light within surges and increases its steady glow. Another facet of the divine jewel has been polished, to remain ever as a testimony of your divine heritage. From this point, you begin to draw yourself closer to the Master's aura and share in the work of the inner ashram. The use of this force expands and develops your vehicles and their powers. Your brain increases in power, your devotion in purity, your actions in accuracy, and your vitality in voltage. At the same time, you begin definite training upon the inner planes, where you are taught the use and control of specific forces there. Little by little, you gain knowledge of the control of various elements, of elementals connected with them, and of devas in charge of the elementals. You are taught the line of evolution of these elementals, the motive power of their action, and the type of force which they obey. This differs greatly for different groups of devas and their corresponding elementals. To accomplish this control, 3 things are needed: serenity, dedication, and courage. Many people fail in handling elementals because they lose control of themselves and are therefore attacked by the forces they use. In the same way as an electrical engineer might endanger himself if, in a fit of irritation, he jammed the machinery controlling the currents of high voltage. Therefore, as you progress further and further each step along the way, you are only given access to power slightly above your threshold. This allows you to advance steadily, but with the least amount of risk. Once you have passed all these tests and proved yourself fit for advancement, and by carrying out the Master's force successfully, and by resisting attacks, you pass to the point of becoming an accepted disciple. In all these things, you are taught how to command the service of devas and elementals in the name and by the authority of the White Lodge, as an agent of its power. This means you will have access to reservoirs of the Master's powers at any time while conducting your service work. You will then begin to find the specific force that you need for service. While on probation, you found at times a downpour of force to meet some special need, but now you can summon it at will. Beyond this point lies the portal of initiation, and beyond that, the holy heights of divine consciousness.